Hi, we're Ethan's parents. Ethan was 20 years old. He was a good-looking young man. He was an amazing drummer that was getting ready to go to Berkeley University. He was doing his drum audition tapes, and November 2nd, 2 o'clock in the morning, after going to the movies with a dozen friends, he was hit by a drunk driver early in the morning, and unfortunately, that's the last time we saw him alive.
Old soul. Ethan was liked and loved by everyone. Everyone admired his peaceful manner. He was considered a peacemaker in the group of friends he was around. Very kind-hearted, very... everybody gets a second chance. Have a little argument, don't worry about it. Tomorrow's a new day, let's start over, which is something he taught us. I think that was a very cool legacy to leave, is that a second chance, everybody deserves that. And how ironic that he became an organ donor after his accident, and he gave second chance. He gave hope to a lot of people. 7 solid organ transplants plus up to 150 transplantable tissue, vessel, and bone. Huge idea. Quite a hero.
And which is amazing to me, because when I first took him to a movie, and for some reason I don't think you were there, but it was like one of those little kids movies, like a dinosaur movie, and I'm watching him. He had a big bag of M&Ms, and the kid beside him, he did not know, and he's pouring out the last like half of the M&Ms into this kid's hands. And from that moment, I always watched him. He was always giving stuff away.
Yeah. By the way, did you know Ethan was an organ donor? It's on his license. Would you consider donation? And we pretty much
said no. And then I don't think the doctor was 3 steps out of the room, and I thought immediately how Ethan was always giving stuff away. And I thought, you know what? He wanted this. We need to do this. Right. And I said, please come back. I mean, it was instantly I changed my mind.
We consented because we knew that's what he would have wanted. So if you have the opportunity to do so as a parent, you know your child's heart. And at 20, he was old enough to have made that decision on his license. So we respected that. Every single thing was done to help our son. There was nothing missed. And no mention of transplant came until he had brain death determination. And there's a lot of misconception out there that people think, he's a head injury. Let's let this go so, we could have some organs. That's not ever done. And also respectfully cared for. Mm-hmm. Plenty of time is given to make a decision, and lots of education is given to the family, lots of time to say your goodbyes or get family or friends there. And like I said, I've never regretted for a moment, especially meeting potential people who need an organ and those who have already been transplanted, and what has done to change their life. They got their life back.
It's an amazing journey.
Yeah, it is truly an amazing journey. Not one we ever thought we'd take, but somehow we're here. And,
I mean, to me, it's the best thing he did was signing that card.
Yes, it made it a lot easier because he already signed the card. But I think we probably would have done it.
And I just know we'll see him again.
I do too. Yeah.
I have no doubt that we'll see him again.
Yeah, and I think he'd be proud of us too. Josie's mom, who we came to know, her name is Jamie, said firstborn child. Couple months checkup. Your daughter's looking a little jaundiced, and her lab work's not quite right. We need to test her. And she was quickly told she was in total liver failure at 4 months old. Scary, beyond scary, I'm sure. And they said, well, we need to put her on a transplant list now. So she was put on the list on October 31st of 2010. 3 days later, my son's accident happened, and she received his portion of his liver on November 2nd. Her mommy said post-op she almost immediately improved in color and in health. She's a healthy, beautiful,
vibrant,
peaceful, like my son.
Runs over, gives you a hug and a kiss. And
yes, she's an awesome little girl. And I'm so pleased that our son could be part of that. I couldn't have picked a better family if I had any input at all, which you don't. Her name came to the top because she was not going to survive. So, long story short, she grows up to be a 3-year-old, and my daughter gets engaged to an awesome man named Steve, and
which is Ethan's close friend.
To my son, yeah, and she decided to put Josie in their wedding, and so when Rachel and Steve got married on July 5th of 2013, Josie was the flower girl. Please say yes to donation. It's such a simple act of clicking a number or whatever it takes on the internet, but what it gives you in the future is somebody's chance to live a healthy life and hope.
The other message he gave us, he would write these little notes, whatever popped in his head in the morning, and he would write these notes. Don't worry, everything will be okay. Yeah. And it was like, where'd you come up with that?
But it's true.
And it just worked out. Everything's okay.